strange activities.
That is awesome. Oh my gosh, we are here with Vanridge ATVs just outside of Mallorytown. I'm joined by Gloria. She is the co-owner here with her husband, Roger. This is awesome.
Thank you.
I can't believe how diverse the trails you have are.
Yes, and you've only seen a portion. We have over 40 kilometers of trails on 500 private acres of our dairy farm, what was a dairy farm.
Yeah.
And so that's why we decided in 2001 on about a 3-week notice what it would cost to get bikes, insurance, and we took off.
Yeah.
And gave it 2 years, in which at that time in 2003 we decided to sell the cows and the quota and semi-retire and do this on cash crop.
Right, and why did you decide to make that switch?
Well, we had a few things come into play. The kids all left home, and even though our son went to college in Kempville to be a farmer, changed his mind, found a city girl, got married, lives in Ottawa, and I have cancer, and we decided that we needed to do something that was less stressful, and it went from there.
Yeah, and why did you choose ATVing? I mean, it's so much fun, so it makes sense. But
we took up the sport in 1999 and just loved it and thought, well, we've got the property. He just kept building trails and building trails and building trails, and we had something we could share.
Yeah.
And that we wanted to teach people how to ATV.
Yeah, and you're the only company that has 500 acres of private land, right?
Private land. There's no government land. If there's anybody else back here, snowmobiles or ATVs, they're breaking the law.
Right, right.
Yes.
And not only can you ATV during the summertime, but it's also in the winter as well, right?
Winter's our personal favorite time. It is when the snow packs the ruts, the tree limbs, everything, and it's just a little bit of ice. It's awesome.
Yeah, it must be gorgeous. And here
Yes.
we've got your husband, Roger. Going by. Hi, Roger.
Hi, how are you?
Great, great. Okay, so if people come by your place, what can they expect to learn from you with regards to ATVing?
We do an orientation as we did with you before you get on the machine. We get some people that are experienced like yourselves, which we go, oh yes, great. And then we get some that are very green and we have to spend a little more time in the orientation. What you did in the beginning is what we call soft trailing. We're watching, we're making sure everybody's prepared to go out on the main trails. Sometimes people don't get beyond this if they're scared or a little nervous, but we have lots of different levels of trails. We have hills, we have mud. We have lots of mud, and it's just amazing. And most people, after 10 or 15 minutes, they leave here and buy ATVs, go home and buy ATVs, and that really makes our day when that happens.
I completely understand that. I can't even explain to you how much fun we've been having because you have that giant yard in which you get us to do a couple of circles just to kind of test the waters, see how comfortable we are. And then we've gone through everything from, like you said, mud trails to rocky roads to fields, the water that you just saw come through. How fun is that?
Yes.
But there's a couple of other options that you offer as well, including memberships, and your husband Roger is also an instructor, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But in the meantime, let's get these bad boys going again and continue our tour. All right, see if I remember how to start it. Lots more coming up.